Cholesterol, a word that often triggers fear. For decades, we've been told that cholesterol clogs arteries, causes heart attacks, and must be kept as low as possible. But here's the truth. Much of what we learned in the 1980s and 1990s about cholesterol was oversimplified or just wrong. Modern research paints a much more nuanced picture, and it could completely change the way you eat, think, and live. In this video, we're going to dig deep into the science behind cholesterol. We'll talk about what it really is, why your body makes it, the role it plays in health, and the biggest myths that might still be controlling your diet. We'll also explore how you can naturally improve your cholesterol profile without extreme diets or fear of your favorite foods. Section 1. What cholesterol really is. Before we bust myths, we need to understand what cholesterol actually is. Cholesterol is a lipid, a type of fat-like substance. It's found in every cell membrane in your body. Think of it as the mortar that keeps the bricks your cells stable and flexible at the same time. Without cholesterol, your cells would literally fall apart. Your body uses cholesterol to make steroid hormones like testosterone, estrogen, and cortisol, produce vitamin D, essential for bone health and immune function, build bile acids, which help you digest and absorb fat from food. Here's something surprising. About 75% of your cholesterol is made by your liver, not taken from food. Your body tightly regulates cholesterol production. If you eat more cholesterol, your liver usually makes less. This is why most healthy people see only tiny changes in blood cholesterol when they eat eggs or shrimp. Section 2. Myth number 1. All cholesterol is bad. This is one of the most common and harmful myths. You've probably heard of LDL and HDL cholesterol. LDL is often labeled bad, and HDL is labeled good. But this is an oversimplification. LDL low-density lipoprotein isn't inherently bad, it's just a carrier that transports cholesterol to tissues that need it. HDL high-density lipoprotein does the opposite. It carries cholesterol back to the liver for recycling. Both are necessary. The problem comes when LDL particles become too numerous, too small, or get oxidized. Research shows that particle size matters. Small, dense LDL particles are more likely to penetrate artery walls and contribute to plaque buildup. Large, fluffy LDL particles are much less harmful. Unfortunately, standard cholesterol tests don't always show this difference, which means some people are put on medication just because their LDL number is high, even if their risk is low. Section 3. Myth number 2. Eating cholesterol raises your blood cholesterol. For decades, dietary guidelines recommended eating less than 300 milligrams of cholesterol per day, roughly the amount in 2 eggs. But large studies like the Framingham Heart Study and Minnesota coronary experiment eventually showed that dietary cholesterol has little effect on blood cholesterol for about 70% of people. There are hyperresponders, roughly 30% of people, who do see a rise in both LDL and HDL when they eat more cholesterol. But even in these people, the LDL particles tend to get bigger and less dangerous, and HDL, the good cholesterol, goes up as well. That's why in 2015, the US dietary guidelines completely removed the limit on cholesterol intake for healthy individuals. The real danger comes from highly processed foods, excess sugar, trans fats, and chronic inflammation, not from natural cholesterol-containing foods like eggs, shrimp, or liver. Section 4. Myth number 3. Low cholesterol is always good. Some people are proud of having very low cholesterol, but this can actually be risky. Cholesterol is essential for brain health. About 25% of your total cholesterol is found in the brain. It helps form myelin, the protective sheath around nerves, and plays a role in memory and learning. Extremely low cholesterol levels have been linked to increased risk of depression and anxiety, higher rates of hemorrhagic stroke, hormonal problems, including irregular menstrual cycles or low testosterone. So the goal should never be the lower, the better. The goal should be balance and function. Section 5. Myth number 4. Cholesterol is the main cause of heart disease. Heart disease is not caused by cholesterol alone. It's caused by a combination of factors: chronic inflammation, oxidative stress, high blood sugar, high blood pressure, smoking, and lack of physical activity. Some people with normal cholesterol still have heart attacks, and others with high cholesterol live long, healthy lives. This is why modern medicine is moving toward looking at the whole metabolic picture: blood sugar, triglycerides, insulin resistance, blood pressure, not just a single cholesterol number. A better marker of risk is something called ApoB, which measures the number of LDL particles, not just the cholesterol inside them. Talk to your doctor about getting an advanced lipid panel if you want a clearer picture of your risk. Section 6. How to maintain healthy cholesterol. Instead of fearing cholesterol, here's how to improve your heart health naturally. 1. Eat real, whole foods. Include plenty of vegetables, fiber-rich foods, and healthy fats like olive oil, avocados, and nuts. Limit refined carbs and added sugars. These can raise triglycerides and create small, dense LDL particles. 2. Move your body. Exercise improves HDL and helps lower small LDL particles. Even walking 30 minutes a day can make a difference. 3. Manage stress and sleep. High stress raises cortisol, which can worsen blood sugar and inflammation. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of good quality sleep. 4. Quit smoking. Smoking lowers HDL and damages arteries, making plaque build up worse. 5. Check your numbers regularly. Don't just look at total cholesterol. Ask about triglycerides, HDL, LDL particle size, and ApoB if possible. Track trends over time rather than panicking over one test result. Section 7. Myth number 5. High cholesterol is always your fault. Many people are shamed into thinking their cholesterol is high just because they ate the wrong foods. But genetics play a huge role in cholesterol levels. Some people have a condition called familial hypercholesterolemia, where they naturally produce too much LDL cholesterol. This isn't about eating too many eggs, it's about how their liver processes cholesterol. For these individuals, diet alone often isn't enough. They may need medication or more aggressive lifestyle changes. The important thing is to get tested, understand your family history, and work with a doctor who looks at the whole picture, not just one lab number. Section 8. Cholesterol in men versus women. Did you know that men and women have very different cholesterol patterns? Women often have naturally higher HDL cholesterol, which is protective. But after menopause, women tend to see their LDL rise and HDL drop, which can increase risk. That's why it's important for women over 40 to monitor their numbers regularly and not assume they're automatically protected. Hormones like estrogen play a huge role in how cholesterol behaves, and this is why postmenopausal women sometimes face a sharp increase in heart disease risk. Section 9. The role of statins and medications. Statins are among the most prescribed drugs in the world. They work by lowering LDL cholesterol production in the liver. For people at high risk, especially those with prior heart attacks or very high ApoB, statins can be life-saving. But they are not a magic bullet, and they're not for everyone. Some people experience muscle pain, fatigue, or even memory issues on statins. This is why shared decision-making with your doctor is so important. Ask about your absolute risk, your ApoB number, and lifestyle strategies before relying solely on medication. Section 10. Cholesterol and different diet styles. Different diets affect cholesterol in unique ways. Low-carb and ketogenic diets often raise LDL cholesterol, but they also raise HDL and lower triglycerides dramatically, which can improve overall risk. Plant-based diets typically lower LDL cholesterol, but if they are high in refined carbs, they can raise triglycerides. The key is not just diet type, but diet quality. A whole food, minimally processed approach, whether it's Mediterranean, keto, or plant-based, is usually best for cholesterol health. Section 11: Media Myths and Fear-Mongering. For decades, headlines have demonized cholesterol. Eggs are as bad as cigarettes. One headline screamed, based on a tiny, flawed study, media oversimplifies because fear sells. This has left millions of people scared to eat natural, nutritious foods like eggs, shrimp, or butter. But science evolves, and so should we. Part of being an informed adult is questioning old dogmas and looking at what modern, peer-reviewed research actually says.
Thanks for watching this deep dive into cholesterol myths. If you learned something new today, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with friends and family so they can stop fearing cholesterol too. Hit that like button, subscribe for more science-based health videos every week, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. And I'd love to hear from you. What cholesterol myth did you believe before watching this video? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. *.